Hey everybody, Fifth Horseman here, playing more Kerbal Space Program, and our refueler slash better everything ship is on its way to Jool. And I told you I was going to come back when this thing was at Jool, but I've experienced a problem that I wanted to show you, and I don't know what I'm going to do to fix it, but I'm sure I'll figure out something that is fuel inefficient. Here's my Jool ships going around. Here's my trajectory into the system. These two things together tell me that we are not going to be anywhere near the correct orbit around Jool when the time comes. I'm hoping that once I aerobrake, I will have a good orbit that will encounter a moon that can toss me either out here or toss me so that my orbit comes in like this, and then I can burn out or something like that. That's what I'm hoping for. Basically, I'm hoping that a miracle occurs, and then everything is good from there. But we'll see what happens. So I'm going to do all these burns, and I will be back when I'm actually coming into Jool's orbit. Houston, we have a problem, or Houston, as you will. Our Joolpollo ship has an encounter with Tylo. A very southerly encounter with Tylo. But we can't have that, because that will screw up everything. And I didn't see it until after we'd already passed this, so I'm going to have to spend some of my fuel, which is annoying. Let's go ahead and switch to this guy. Yeah, I'm going to have to do something to make my orbit not touch Tylo's. And I'm going to try a couple things here. First, I'm going to try just burning south this orbit. There we go. Now, if I burn just a little bit south, I still have the encounter here, so let's burn more south. Let's set it at our periapsis. Burn south by 10s. There. So it's going to cost about 90 meters per second to do that. Let's go ahead and actually set it at negative 90. Yeah, okay, so let's save that. And then let's see what happens if we instead burn prograde. Say 20. 20 prograde is better because it's less. What about retrograde? We need to burn a lot retrograde, so that's bad. What about radial? Yeah, so 20 prograde is it. That's the correct solution to our problem, is 20 prograde right at periapsis. So let's get our ship aimed in that direction. This is going to be, let's say, interesting. I am going to thrust limit. Okay, he's already at 6. I'm going to kill these engines. The ship was not really designed to do this. I am going to put all the fuel back in this guy. It's funny how the fuel transfers really fast into this guy, but it transfers really slow out. I'm thinking that fuel flow is a percentage thing, not a hard limit, which is amusing. But this guy is already thrust limited way down. Apparently 6% is the best you can do. 5.5. Okay. And we're going to aim, we're going to control from this docking port right here. And we are going to aim at our maneuver node. We could get science. That's funny. Close the alarm and unpause. I'm actually going to look at what science we can get. A gravity scan. Why not? Keep that data. We must not have ever gotten that gravity scan. Okay. It is 3 minutes away. I am just very slowly giving this thing thrust. I'm just watching this go away. As soon as it does, I'm going to kill my thrust. There it is. And I'm going to give it an extra, say, 5 meters per second here. Now I'm going to Fast forward, make sure that this actually doesn't happen. Ha ha ha! The game lied to me. We are no longer aimed even close to prograde, which is odd. Let's burn an extra, say, 5 more meters per second. Let's see if this saves us from a Tylo encounter. There we go. Okay, we should be safe to crank up the volume again. And we will be back when this is not quite so whiplash-inducing. Okay, well, a little bit more has happened since my last thing here. I got this guy, this guy being my refueler. I got him into Jool orbit, into his incorrect Jool orbit. He is orbiting like this. My other ships are orbiting like this. So, I have found an encounter with Laythe that gives me an encounter with Tylo that, if I burn at the correct time, will get my orbit to the point where I can encounter it in much the same way that my other ship was encountering my thing. So I'm in familiar territory. Whether or not this is the correct way to do things, I don't know. But that's what we're going to do. So we are going to... what are we going to do here? Fast forward. We got 6 days. So it's quite a ways away. So let's zoom ourselves around here to our encounter with Laythe. This 2192 is wrong, by the way. It's a 500 and some odd meter per second burn. 550 exactly, almost. So we're going to loop ourselves way out here. And then here comes Tylo. And hopefully when we get into Tylo's sphere of influence, this meter per second thing will change. And tell me the correct number. There we go, 553. That works for me. Yeah, see, if we don't correct, we're going to be like this, which is wrong. So if we do this burn, it's going to be like that. It's kind of funny. I'm bringing this fuel to Tylo. Some of this fuel is destined for Tylo. And there's absolutely nothing I can do about the fact that well, there's not absolutely nothing. I could waste a whole bunch of fuel slowing down to get into Tylo's orbit. I mean, just 550s to do this. So, tell you what, let's memory save this. Just for funsies. Yeah, this would take, see, it would take twice as much. And, yeah, well, that's really cutting into the fuel. I don't want to do that sort of thing. Let's memory recall. There we go. That would, I want to do that with a more efficient thing, like, say, this. Okay, we're doing this burn. My minute and a half is actually 2 minutes. Hopefully 45 seconds isn't wrong. If it is, I will restore, but I shouldn't have to, really, when it comes down to it. I don't dare do speed. Let's go into chase mode so I can keep myself aimed right at the maneuver node. Okay, I have my orbit set correctly, and we're tantalizingly close to an encounter, but we're just going to live with the fact that we're not going to get that encounter. Right here, I am going to do my correction burn and my slowdown burn. Not as much correction. A little more slowdown. Oh. And there's our encounter. The next orbit in. And I think we're going to do that. This is a 453 meter per second burn. We're just chewing through our fuel, but that's kind of what happens when you misplan your mission. We're not encountering anybody, so... Yeah, this is still us in Tylo. So we're going to do that. So I will be back when we are done with that. Okay, I've deleted my maneuver node. I'm just waiting for this thing to come up here. As soon as it and this and everything match right here, I am going to kill the engines. And then we're going to go one more orbit until we're actually meeting up with this guy here. That's how you do it. Intersect 10 kilometers in high Jool orbit. The other ones I was doing were like 50 kilometers and 100 kilometers and a couple hundred kilometers, maybe not 1,000. But you get what I mean. The important thing is I rock. Okay, let's add a near encounter. Let's do it 2 minutes before. Let's do it 3 minutes before. And let's see, orbit 1, we're going to be 7.9 kilometers. That works for me. Let's drop an F5 here to mark this momentous occasion. We're already basically aimed. Let's see, we're going to want to be burning retrograde. So let's go ahead and aim ourselves retrograde now. Because we still need to slow down when the time comes. Retrograde in our orbit is actually going to be close to retrograde to the ship. And if I had to guess, I'm going to say we have to do about maybe 300 meters per second. So maybe less than a minute's worth of burning. Or about a minute's worth of burning, give or take. These are all guesses. And let's see, we're in target mode, 300 meters per second, about what I guessed. We need to get ourselves aimed at the target. Can't yet see our target. Oh, actually, we can see the... More concerned about heading towards him than I am slowing down. But we gotta slow down too, right? So might as well. So 200 meters per second and aimed at him, which is good. Okay, let's speed up time a little bit here. See what this does for us. Whoa, he's getting close, and we are not aimed anywhere near correct. Hope I didn't screw this up. Oh, my control is horrible on this thing. We are 9 kilometers away. Okay, we are going 70 meters per second, which is very manageable speed. When I get down to 50, I'm going to stop. Okay. We are now 6.5 kilometers away. The important thing to remember is that while my fuel is getting a little low in this guy, the refueler ship, except for the center stage, because I actually let it drain out by accident, but my refueler ship is... How far away is he? 5.1 kilometers. Okay, so we are just going to cruise towards him here. Get back aimed at our retrograde marker. It is actually full of fuel, and it has a lot of meters per second in it. And basically, as soon as we get docked here, it is going to get out, and I just realized I could have dropped him off at Tylo. That would have been smart. Here we go. We are in the physics window. Meters per second, 10 meters per second, and we're basically stopped. 700 meters away, which is a lot farther away than I wanted to be. Which means I now have to thrust towards him. I'm actually considering the possibility of thrusting the other ship at this guy. But I think we'll deal with it. We've got plenty of monoprop as well. We've used almost none of our monopropellant. Just dragging my prograde marker closer to the ship here. 300 meters away from the ship. $275 meters. Basically, I'm just going to pull up right next to it and park, and then we're gonna deal with everything as we go here. Yeah, I could have dropped this ship off at Tylo. That would have been really smart. It would have been an extra 500 meters per second, and we're going to be using that anyway. And then I wouldn't have to drag this thing the whole way back here. But Live and learn. It kind of looks like we're going to be really close, so I think I'm going to slow down a little bit. Just sliding into park right next to the other ship here. Okay, we're going to have to say that's good. .1 meters per second, and we are disturbingly close to the other ship. Close enough that I think I'm going to thrust up just a little bit with my RCS just to keep him away a little bit. Okay. The important thing is our retrograde marker is on the same side of that ship on the same side of us as that ship. Okay, so job 1 here is to get fuel into this guy from here. So this guy is full of fuel. Okay, job 2. I just realized there's a... Oh, that's part of the ship. I see. Okay, that's part of the actual refueler. Which is kind of annoying. I don't know why I did that. Job 2 is to... Are you here? Yeah, you are here. So, job 2 is for Francois to undock himself. And I assume you have monopropellant. You do, but not a ton. Not a big deal. And I guess you don't want to dock on the old ship. You want to dock on the new ship. So let's set this as a target. And let's control from here. I have no reaction wheel. Oh, did I turn the reaction wheels off? Toggle torque. There it is. There we go. Now I have reaction wheels. Okay, where is our everything here? Using the HUD, this is extremely simple. And even moderately fuel efficient. Just basically getting ourselves aimed at the docking port. The direction the docking port is heading. It looks like we got a little bit of rotation on the mothership, but that's not a big deal. And then we're just pushing the pink thing towards our center. While keeping ourselves aligned. And we're docked. Okay. RCS is off. That's off. Okay. Now, the next thing to do is to get a Kerbal into this. And I think, you know what, Francois? You brought this ship out here. You know it better than everybody else. You can be the guy to go fill up the Tylo lander and then bring it back home. And get me all space sick by flipping yourself around. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's undock this guy. Actually, does he have full monoprop? It's full enough. No, it's not. Never hurts to have full monoprop. Well, it does hurt, but it's not going to hurt in this case. Okay, so let's undock these guys. Switch to him. And now, Francois, you are a free man. And you're in free mode, and apparently we want to turn sideways. Oh, you don't have any torque either, do you? Because I turned your torque off as well. There we go, and we are ready to go to Tylo. Okay, you have seen me many times go to Tylo, a disturbingly large number of times. So I'm not going to put you through that. I'm also not going to put you through my reconfiguring all the ships to go to this guy instead of this guy. So that's all going to happen off camera. And when I come back, this guy is going to be at Tylo, and we are going to be landing. And this might be the end of this episode. I don't know. If it is, I hope you enjoyed watching me bring another ship out to Jool. I definitely enjoyed bringing this ship out to Jool. I am Fifth Horseman, and I will, as always, talk at you later.